what's good? It's your boy Measly G and Cliff, and for all it's worth, we got some good reviews for y'all. So before we get into it, if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell, alright? I depend on y'all, alright? Go ahead. You know you're going to like the content. Just go ahead and hit that like button for me right now. Let's get this pushed up. Let's get some reviews on this. This is a great early review and a review. Alright, I'm going to bring it all to you guys, alright? Before we get into it, yes, we are going to be getting into, as you saw already, the Travis Scott Air Max 270 Reacts. Also, we're going to take a look at the Travis Scott Dunks. Sitting on the bed, guys. So, before we get into it, just a few looks at the aesthetics. I want to do a quick comparison, and then I'm going to hit you guys with the early review. Alright? Boom. You see it, the Nike SB box, and this is pretty typical to your other SB boxes. As you can see, pretty typical. Pretty typical. Now, normally these boxes aren't like right here. I just moved them right here for the purpose of this video, so that way I can go through everything. It's all at hands. Let's do it. All right, so I like the color on this box. They have a special box, but to me, is it really worth that extra $600 to $800 for a different box? No. You got the bandana tissue on the paper. And then you got your two pairs of shoes. I already got one out, the one out with the laces. So we'll go ahead and we'll take a look at that. Alrighty, guys. Travis Scott Dunk. Now, I know a lot of people don't like it in hand. I just finished talking with Ron G, and he says to him, they're not his cup of tea. And from pictures, I didn't really like them much. But for me, I like Dunks. I gotta get them. It's a limited dunk. I'm a little bit of a hype beast because I'm not a Travis Scott fan. I'm really not. I do like collectible items and limited things and things hard to get. So that, and it's a dunk, and I like dunks. SB dunk on top of that made me want to get it. These were only at skate shops, as you guys already know. I had no access to backdoor pairs on these. So you got the rope laces, which I hated at first, but now with them in hand, if I was to ever wear them, I would leave them in there. You got the bandana over this plaid print. And then I do like that they got that K-Word Records that's on the Air Force Ones print on there too as well. Now, this isn't a super complex shoe. It's not as complex as the Air Force Ones in my opinion. But here again, on the insole, you got the bandana printed on the insole too as well on these shoes. So I like these shoes. They're hot. I do not have a personal pair. And if you caught my live yesterday, you saw the rant where I started picking up pairs for other people at great prices because I had mine secured. Guy stood me up, left me downtown on State Street for about 2.5 hours. And it's someone I know. Still hasn't answered his phone or responded to text messages yet. So your boy Measly G has officially taken a personal L on his personal size. Alright? It is what it is, man. It is what it is. But that day turned into a day where I ended up getting 3 pairs of these. So, before we get into that, I want to do a quick little comparison, right? So some of my top pairs of dunks that I have copped recently, I want to show you guys, because I'm not certain if I did videos or not, but this right here, we have the Strange Loves. And the Strange Loves, to me, was one of the dopest releases of the year in regarding SB dunks. Now, these hit skate shops, very limited, and I believe these are way more limited than the Travis Scott dunks here. So these are more limited than these. But these are only going for around $450, and then in smaller sizes, they're going up to around like $800 or so. So this is a very dope shoe. It's another SB dunk, very coveted. It was very limited. And your boy Measly G did get blessed for retail. Therefore, I can't feel bad. I took an L on the Travis Scott dunks, right? Another one I copped. And this is the Ray Gun, the white pair. More limited, very nice leather on them, very thick, very sturdy. All right, so this was another dunk I copped. These are probably going for around like $350 or so. This was another, was this a retail cop? You know what? I don't even know. But it was a must cop for me. So that's all that matters. All right, now the craze with these SBs really didn't start until Jordan did the LA to Chicago's and the New York to Paris's, and then you had the UNC lows. Before that, it was just regular hype on dunks. I'm sorry. This is another pair I picked up too as well. This is a Nike SB Zoom Blazer Mid. and I thought this was slick. I got it for 75 bucks. It's got the double tongue. Virgil's influence has been over a lot of things, so I think this is a pretty slick shoe. It's a nice skateboard shoe, but for me, it's a nice cheap holler. Came with some spare blue laces, detached. So I'll probably leave them white and freak them like that whenever I get around to wearing them. I also ended up picking up these two as well. And if you were part of that that basketball NBA All-Star, I'm not certain if I did a video on these or not, but I picked these up too to Coming to America. I picked these up. These are very nice. These are the Blazer Mid 77 vintage. So as you can see, you know I like Blazers, obviously. But very nice kind of kicks, right? So just to put all those up, one last thing I want to do is compare a SB, and I know I did this in a video prior already. I compared an SB to a regular Dunk because most people aren't familiar with the difference. So here, just using two high scale pairs of Dunks, you have the Off-White Virgil Dunk, and then you have the Travis Scott SB Dunk. All right, so the first thing and the major difference with these shoes that you'll notice is with the tongues. Now, I know this is a Virgil tongue, but it's true of a Dunk, and all Dunk have the thin tongues. So I guess you guys know we got the Syracuse pair. I think it's a blue pair too. I think it's University of Kentucky themed colorway Dunks coming out. Those are going to be like these. Those are going to be at your consortium stores. Those are going to be at possibly Foot Locker. That's where you're going to be able to pick those up. These you can get those type of places. This is an SB Dunk. Has the nice fat tongue for those skateboarders. SB stands for skateboarding. So that's one of the most noticeable differences with the two shoes. These are only going to be at skate shops only. Sometimes they hit sneakers, sometimes they don't. These will hit sneakers. These won't always. So that's two of the things that that's really noticeable about the shoes. Other than that, they're both Dunks. So they kind of have the same base, the same build, same practicality, the same midsole, the same sole. So just those are the major differences. I can't break it down to be perfect, but other than that, I just wanted to go ahead and make that clear to you guys since I had the time on this platform. I love Dunks, whether they're SB or regular Dunks, all right? Now, to the early review. And I'll go ahead and I'll take this shoe. And I'm going to read this. This shoe actually comes with a disclaimer, okay? So it comes with a disclaimer. So first off, the disclaimer says, the antique finish is purely cosmetic and may wash off when in contact with water or other liquids. Do not wash shoe in washing machine. If needed, dry shoes by dabbing with clean, dry cloth. So for that, I do not know which part of the shoe, the antique finish, which I would take it is this midsole here, and on the bottom, I'm thinking that's the antique finish on this shoe. And just to give you guys a little close up there, it does have Cactus Jack right there on the back. I like that. You have a nice little pull tab on the, whatever this is. It moves up and down. I don't really see the purpose of that. But nice cushion. You see you got your Cactus Jack on the inside. You have your 270 bubble coming around. And this kind of feels like fleece. You know what I mean? Like on like a fleece jacket, something like your North Face. You got that little patch right there. That's what this feels like here. On the laces, you have nothing special on the aglets. You got your orange Nike logo here. This shoe has too many colors in it, in my opinion. I don't know why they went with the brighter colors up front and it's so dull and dry throughout the rest of the shoe. But other than that, and the brown tips, I kind of like it. It's decent. It's a sleek shoe, G. I really like it. Let's see what the other insole. The other insole says Cactus Jack on the inside. And that's it. That's the Cactus Jack Air Max 270, guys. I think it's decent. It's different than everything else. I would say I would put this as the worst of all his collaborations. Actually, I would take that back. Even though people, and they're going for such high money, those first two pair of Air Force Ones, where he used canvas and the detachable and reattachable and interchangeable Nike swooshes, I think those two shoes were his worst that he's ever done. And it's not because I liked all the cool things that came with it. But just as far as being creative, it was a plain shoe. It was a blank canvas that you were able to do. So that, to me, even though it was going for a lot of money, was very simple and wasn't that thought out. I did like the grill that came on those. Like I said, the accessories was popping. The shoe itself was lacking. So I guess that's why when he did that last Air Force One, he did so much to it, because he actually wanted to actually create an Air Force One. So I would put it like that. This would be right above those two Air Force Ones, because he did give us different textures, different materials. This antique finish can actually wash away a little bit. So that's pretty cool. You get a disclaimer, and this is pretty dope, y'all. This is the Travis Scott Air Max 270, y'all. Let me know in the comment section what you think. You know, your boy took his L. I actually took an L on these too, because somebody hit me up last night and made me an offer for all my pairs. I even sold my personal pair, okay? So I don't even have a personal pair of these anymore. So your boy Measly G is going to be back on the hunt for whenever these do drop. I believe they drop sometime here in March. They should be. If I'm getting my hands on them, that means they're being shipped to Nike. Or there's something crazy going on. I forget the whole little process. I don't really listen half the time. But yeah, so these will be dropping this month. I just don't have a confirmation date on you guys. But let me know in the comment section what you think about these. And definitely what you think about these. It's your boy Measly G, y'all. Once again, thank y'all for checking in. Thank y'all for checking out these shoes. Your boy loves dunks, all right? Thank y'all. Come again. See you soon. Damn, Kelly, you can't.
Baby girl, yeah, you know that I be flexed up. Check the pay stub, yeah, you know I got a big buzz. Work my ass off, so I'm finna buy a Benz truck. Pockets on swole, so I'm finna need a tummy tuck. Got the Louis on fit, looking too clean. Girls falling for me, been a boss since 18. Feeling like a skater, cause I'm rocking all this.